Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Treka Z, and this is another live update to update you guys of what has been going on in Syria after the explosion in the church. I did a live video talking about it yesterday, and I did another live video talking about it the day before yesterday. And like I promised you guys, I will continue updating you guys on all the updates happening right now in Syria, and we'll also talk about the situation with Iran and Israel and Trump. And I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds, let people join the live so that I can update you all about what has been happening in Syria. So I'm just gonna begin. So as you guys know, with the suicide explosion that happened in Mar Elias church in Duela in Damascus countryside, today they started doing the funeral of all the innocent Christians that passed away because of this terrorist attack, and they did the prayers in the same church that got bombed. And a lot of Syrian Christians are protesting now in the streets. A lot of Syrians are mourning the death of these innocent people that passed away in the church on a Sunday. While they were praying, this suicide bomber came and entered the church and exploded in front of everyone, killing more than 25 people and injuring more than 50 innocent Christians. So now the situation in Syria, the Christian community are very angry, they're very upset, they are protesting, they are no longer afraid to say the Lord's name in the streets, and they are going out protesting proudly, you know, talking about their Christianity and their faith and their belief in Jesus Christ. They are no longer afraid to speak up. They are not afraid of these jihadists and these radicals trying to scare them away from their faith and their country. The Christians of Syria are standing up for who they are, for their religion, for their faith, for their Lord, for their God. And this is something very good that we all want to see. Every single Christian in Syria needs to be proud of who they are, and they should not be afraid of their faith or afraid to get, you know, silenced or attacked or killed for who they worship and who they believe in. So today they did the funeral of these innocent Christians that passed away from the explosion in the same church, which is something very, like, it's a strong statement to tell the whole world that if you think you're gonna scare us, or you're gonna close down our churches, or you're gonna silence us, you are highly mistaken. We are proudly Christians. We are going to continue being who we are. We are going to continue going to our churches. None of these attacks and none of these threats are going to stop who we are. And this is something that speaks a lot about the Syrian people, about their strength, and about Christianity in general. So I'm going to read the news today. So they said today the people of Duela neighborhood, that's the neighborhood where the explosion happened, in Damascus, gathered in grief to bury the victims of the suicide bombing that struck St. Elias Church last Sunday. The terrorist attack, carried out during prayers, claimed the lives of 25 worshippers and left 63 others wounded, including children and women. The funeral was held at the very church where the bloodshed took place. Family, friends, and neighbors came together in sorrow and fury, mourning the innocent lives stolen in the name of extremism. This was not just an attack on Christians, it was an attack on Syrian souls. May their souls rest in peace. This is a video from the prayers. Let me show you. This is the same church that the explosion happened. Look, you can see the effect of the explosion still. These are the Syrian Christians praying for the lives of the Christian lives that were lost. You see how the church is full. The church is filled with Syrian Christians, showing the world that we are not afraid of our religion, We will continue going. Look at the destruction. Oh my God. This is a very old church, and it's just heartbreaking as a Syrian to see what they did, you know, but this is not going to stop us at all. And then later on, one of the Syrian patriarch spoke out and he said something very beautiful. So I'm gonna show you the video, but the video is in Arabic, but I will of course translate it for you guys so you can know what he is saying. This is first of all a video of the funeral. Let me show you, of them carrying the bodies of, you know, the innocent Syrians that passed away from this terrorist attack. And later on, this is the patriarch speaking. Here they're doing the prayers and mourning. And here, so he's speaking in Arabic. I will soon translate what he's saying. This is a message to the Syrian president.
مع سيادة الوكيل البطريركي لتنقلوا لنا عزاءكم لا يكفينا هذا. So what he is saying is, so the Syrian president yesterday came out and said, you know, we are giving out, you know, our, you know, sympathy to the innocent people, you know, that died. And he gave a phone call to the Christian patriarch in Syria, and he was telling them like, oh, we are very, you know, sad, you know, for the Christian lives that, you know, that were lost on Sunday. And the patriarch is telling him that this is not enough. You think if you're just gonna get away with it by a simple phone call, that is not enough for us. And as you can hear, people started sharing. Let me show you the remaining. مشكورين على المكالمة الهاتفية ولكن الجريمة التي تمت هي أكبر من هيك شوي.
He's saying, we are thankful for your phone call, but this crime that was committed is bigger than thinking it will be solved just by a simple phone call. Because I mean, we all know the people that did this terrorist attack are people affiliated with the Syrian government. The Syrian government are known, they were extremist, radical terrorist groups, and suddenly they took over after they were able to overthrow Assad. So for him to act like he has nothing to do with it and he doesn't support this behavior or this ideology is kind of very hard for any Syrian to believe, taking his history in terrorism and everything he has done when he was with Al-Qaeda or HTS. So the Syrian Christians are no longer buying the excuses and are no longer buying these worthless words that the Syrian government are doing. And I am telling you guys, if this kind of BS continue happening in Syria, there is going to come a time where the whole Syrian people are going to stand up and overthrow this terrorist government, because a lot of people tried, like they even lied to themselves and they tried to say, you know what, let us just give them a chance. What if, you know, he changed? What if, you know, he has seen the light and he's no longer, you know, a terrorist, and he no longer, you know, supports suicide bombing and jihadism and radical extremism? A lot of people gave him chance, but as we are seeing, you know, none of these crimes are stopping. Christians are being attacked, Druze are being attacked, Alawites are being attacked, Armenians are being attacked, minorities are being attacked, and their life in their own country, which even when you think about it, Christians have been living in this country thousands of years before even Arabs and Islam came to Syria. So they are also the children of this country and the children of this land. And you read about Damascus in the Bible. You would read about Damascus in the Bible. So this land is also their land. And if they think with these kind of actions they're gonna scare away the Christians or the minorities or kick them out or force them to leave the country, they are highly mistaken. Let me show you more of the videos.
إلى أبناء رعيتنا في مارياس بشكل خاص حيث تمت هذه الفاجعة
أتوجه إلى سائر أبنائنا المسيحيين في كل سوريا وفي كل أنحاء العالم.
He's saying, I am talking now to all the Christians in this church, and I'm sending a message to all the Christians in Syria.
أتوجه إلى كل السوريين.
I am talking to all the Syrians.
مسيحيين في هذا البلد الكريم، لأن الذي تم ليس حادثة فردية.
He said, I am talking now not only to the Christians but to all Syrians in the country, because what has happened in this church is not something that is just like a random thing that just happened, you know. It's not like a one-man thing.
الذي تم ليس تصرف فردي.
It's not what happened is not done by one person.
ليس اعتداء على شخص أو على عائلة.
Because the people that got damaged is not one person.
هو اعتداء على كل سوري وعلى كل سوريا.
This is an attack on all Syrians.
واعتداء على إن عشنا فللرب نعيش، وإن متنا فللرب أيضا نموت.
We will live and die for our God.
هذا إيماننا.
This is our belief.
تواصل معي البارحة وأول البارحة العديد من البطاركة ورؤساء الكنائس في كل أنحاء العالم.
He said, I got contacted by a lot of patriarchs and church, not only from Syria, but from all over the world.
من كل أنحاء العالم.
From all over the world.
تواصلوا معي وسياسيين.
Politicians and presidents of countries called him.
وزراء.
And ministers.
ومسلمين من هذه البلد.
And even Muslims from Syria.
أننا طيف أساسي مكون في هذا البلد.
That we are a huge amount, we belong to this country, we are part of this country.
ونحن باقون.
And we are here to stay.
ونحن موجودون.
And we are here.
تذكروا معي.
Remember.
تم خطف راهبات معلولة.
They kidnapped the nuns of Malula, the church, monastery.
لكننا موجودين وباقين.
But we are still here. So in other words, to summarize, guys, what he is saying is that no matter what you think you are gonna do to the Christians, whether you kidnap us, whether you kill us, whether you bomb or you explode the places and the churches and the monastery that we are in, we are here to stay. We are not gonna leave. We're not gonna be living in fear, and we are not going to back down, because this is who we are as Christians. And this is something very beautiful and very powerful to show the world. Is a very strong message that this man is giving the world, that they are not going to scare away the Christians of Syria. And may God not only protect the Christians of Syria, may he protect the Christians and the Muslims and the Druze and the Alawites and the Jews and the Kurds and the Armenians and every single Syrian citizen, regardless of his religion and sect, because that is what makes Syria beautiful. It's a country that gathers every single religion and every single shade and sect and whatever, all living in this country, because this country belongs to all of us. It doesn't belong to one religion, it doesn't belong to one ideology, and it doesn't belong to one race. So yeah, this is the update from Syria after this explosion. I hope I am giving you guys some meaningful content, because I am sure none of these footages will be broadcasted or in the mainstream media. So like I promised you guys, I will continue updating you on what is going on in Syria. And if you guys have any questions, please always feel free to message me, and you can write in the chat, or you can send me a message on my inbox. I am here to spread awareness and to educate and to let you guys stay updated with what is going on in Syria. Now I'm going to read a couple of your messages in the chat to try and answer your question. Janice is saying, of course no one in the US hears about or knows about this situation. God bless Syria. Yes, unfortunately, Janice, the mainstream media is not reporting about this. Leonard Kane is saying, I am saddened by it. We are all saddened by it, and thank you so much, Leonard. Like, we really, really appreciate it. Leonard also says, we are Christians regardless of nation or sect. I 100% agree, because Christianity is not a country and it's not a sect. Yeah. Christine Elizabeth is saying, bless you. You have always, for as long as I have followed you, have been so brave to speak out no matter the consequence, while all the while using your amazing humor to reach the masses worldwide. Thank you so much, Christine. It really means a lot to me, and it really means a lot to the Syrian people for you guys to even be supporting us and, you know, standing up for what the truth is. I even got a very beautiful message on YouTube yesterday. I'm gonna read it out to you. It also made me feel so happy. Wait, let me read it out. This is from James Yonan. He says, as an Assyrian American, I appreciate your solidarity with the ethnic minority of Syria. I know you didn't do it deliberately, but you referred to my people, the Assyrians, by our religion using the generic term Christians. Armenians are also Christian, yet you called them out by name. Every time our ethnicity is ignored, it contributes to our extermination. Please remember to call us Assyrians out by name, because the majority of the world doesn't even know we Assyrians exist. Thank you. The controllers of the internet won't even allow us to have an emoji for our flag. Yes, we may not have our own country, but we do have our own flag. So I am getting messages from all over the world of people, you know, thanking me for speaking out, because a lot of people are feeling right now that they don't have a voice that is speaking out for them. And I would speak out for every single Syrian. I'm not only going to speak out for the Christians or the Druze or the Arab. I'm speaking out for every single Syrian citizen. We deserve to finally live in peace, and we deserve a good future. After 15 years of us suffering in the war and getting bombs falling on our houses every single day, and suffering economic sanctions and water shortage and fuel shortage and gas shortage and no work and no money and no future, I believe that right now every single Syrian deserves a new chapter, deserves to have hope for a better future. And if people like me and Kivork Almasyan or Hanin or Sarah Abed and all of these patriotic Syrians don't continue talking, who the hell is going to speak for us? The world is not going to speak for us. We have to speak for ourselves and let our voices heard worldwide. So to all the people watching, as a Syrian, if you guys like really support me, I really appreciate if you guys share my video so that we can reach a lot of people and let the message be heard to more and more people, because right now most of the world are being distracted with other stories. Even if those stories are rightfully so, I feel like people also should know about what is going on in Syria, because the Christians are being slaughtered, they're being attacked, and not only the Christians but the minorities too. Christine Elizabeth Lowe is saying, bless you, you have... Okay, I read this message. Brett Surplus is saying, he can now control his agenda through the higher power. Victoria is saying, if only we could learn to live beside one another with open hearts, free from judgment and without causing each other pain. May God forgive us. I totally agree with you, Victoria. If we can just all coexist, like we are all the children of God at the end of the day, regardless of your religion. It's just because people may have different religions or different ideology is not an excuse for people to start shooting each other or slaughtering each other or you know, threatening each other. That is not the way to go. No religion in this world will tell you to do that, except if it was the religion of the devil. Christine Elizabeth says, bless you. Okay, no, I've read this. Prim Lopez, the same trick. I have been so sad lately. I'm so depressed about all the killing of Syrian Christians and Alawites and Druze being murdered. I can't catch my breath, brother. This senseless murdering has hit where I think I lost. Where is it? I lost the message. I'm getting a lot of messages. How do I go back? Sorry, I think I lost your message, my dear. Okay, yeah, I found it. I can't catch my breath, brother. The senseless murdering has hit me. Yeah, I mean, I really agree with you. Like, how do you think I feel, you know, seeing my people, you know, getting killed and slaughtered? It's like breaking my heart. And like, I've been doing live videos every single day. Thankfully that I got my page back. You know, when my page got deleted, on rightfully so by Facebook, like I was like very upset that there were many things happening and I wasn't able to go out and do live videos and update the world and speak out for all these, you know, minorities. But now that thankfully I have gotten my page back, I am able to do videos every single day and update you guys about what is going on. And you guys sharing these videos also helps get the message across. Donna Chartier is saying this madness is here in Canada too, just not at the level yet. Government attacking Christianity starts small, quietly. Today it's stopping donations being used as a I'm gonna say something, this is the problem, that Christians need to speak up. Christians need to speak up. You know, they should not be silenced. Like, see, this is the biggest example. The video I showed you of the patriarch in Syria. You saw the message, how empowering it is. He showed them we are not afraid anymore. If you think with your suicide bombs or your killing or your kidnapping, you're going to stop us from practicing our faith, or if you think from your explosions where you're going to stop us from going to our churches or saying the Lord's name out in public, you are highly mistaken. We are going to continue practicing our faith. We are going to continue going to our churches, and we are going to continue reading the Gospels and reading out the Bible. And if you don't like it, you're not going to be able to stop us. So this made every single Syrian, you know, gave us strength that, look, we're not stopping, we're not backing out, and we're not gonna be hiding from you guys. Because guys, if I show you like some videos of what these radicals, extremists have been doing in Christian areas, it is so like do you know what they would do? They would go to like a Christian town in Damascus, okay, and they would enter like a Suzuki, like a truck, and they would put like speakers out in the truck, and they would they would have a mic, and they would be like calling out for Islam, like, hey, Islam is the one and true religion, you have to change your religion, and if you want to convert, come to us, to the mosque. It's like, why are you going to a Christian area and doing this? Have any Christian ever gone to a Muslim neighborhood and read out the Bible? It's like they are intentionally like intimidating people, you know, like you're intentionally going to a non-Muslim area, and you're driving your truck, and you're putting it out on loudspeaker, and either putting out Quran prayers or talking about convert to Islam, and Islam is the only way if you want to continue staying alive. Like, they're literally intimidating the Christians and non-Muslims in the country. Like, why are you doing that? You are literally doing that to intimidate and cause trouble. Like, you think if a Christian goes to a Muslim neighborhood and does that, they would immediately kill him. They would immediately do that. So why are you doing that vice versa? And intimidating people and scaring them in their own land, in their own neighborhood, in their own homes, in their own religion, in their own street. You go to the churches where they're even minding their own business. It was Sunday, for crying out loud. They went to the church to do the weekly prayer. You entered there, shot with your gun, and then when people tried to stop you, you exploded and ended up killing 25 people. Like, look at the kind of people we are dealing with. Like, can you imagine how frustrating this shit is? So forgive me if I say bad words, but it's like sometimes like it makes me want to like break the house, like when I see what is going on. Like, it is so unacceptable. It is so unacceptable. It's so unfair. It is so cruel. That's why we're going to just continue speaking out against these fucking barbarians. Anyway, let's read more comments, because I'm getting a lot of comments. Oh my god. So where are we? Prim Lopez is saying, Treka, I've been so sad. Okay, I read you. This is like the 10th time I'm reading this message. Okay, Donna is saying churches will have to keep the doors locked during service. I pray God will step in soon. I honestly don't mind that, or at least put, you know, security outside. Unfortunately, like, imagine, look at the time we have reached to where if somebody wants to enter a church, you need to put security or like search. Like, look at what times we have reached in. Who would have ever imagined somebody entering a church with a weapon? The house of God. Like, but maybe this is the only way currently to protect people worshipping. Renee saying, blessing, brother, sending love. Oh, hairy one, thank you so much. I am the hairy beast from the Middle East. Everyone knows it. It's no secret, ma. It's no secret, baby. Gato Lugano is saying, thanks for the update. It's a shame the mainstream media are reporting nothing, and they reported almost nothing regarding the Alawites. Yeah, that's crazy. The massacre of the Alawites in the north wasn't covered as it should be. They were entering random houses. You know, like, I would understand when the new government goes to former government officials and like do what they did, even though I am against killing or punishing or whatever, but that is kind of understandable. But like, for you to just go to a normal average Joe's house and slaughter the whole family just because of their religion, just because they have the same religion of the former president, that is crazy for anybody to even do that. So if, let's say, I have a problem with someone and that person, it's, let's say, is a Shia, so that means every single Shia I meet I have to go and slaughter him. What kind of mentality is that? What kind of extremism and barbarism is that? Yeah, it's crazy. So now, moving on from the Syrian situation, I'm gonna talk about the recent ceasefire that Trump announced. So yesterday, when Trump announced that there would be a ceasefire, I kind of felt like the whole world was happy about it, because, you know, nobody wants to see any bloodshed. Nobody wants to see another war in the Middle East. So we were all very happy, and we're like, you know, hopefully, you know, this will calm the situation down, bring more stability in the Middle East, and, you know, kind of open the door for, you know, peace talks and negotiations and so on. But then I woke up this morning to the news of, you know, the ceasefire being, you know, not followed through. And I saw a video from Donald Trump being very upset with Israel and also with Iran for not following through. And the way he was even talking about both of these countries, to me, was so funny, because it felt like a father scolding his two children. Like, have you guys watched like Malcolm in the Middle? Like, you know, when the parents are scolding Malcolm and Reese for being mischiefs? Like, that's how it felt. Like, Israel and Iran are like children, and Donald Trump is like the father scolding both of them. Because, like, it's kind of crazy, guys, when you think about it. Like, Donald Trump is trying his best to, you know, maintain peace and not start a war and whatever, and these two countries are just striking each other. Like, look at what he said. Wait.
You don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning, because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Damn.
I'm not happy with Israel.
Damn.
You know, when I say, okay.
Like, it's honestly true. Like, see, I think the United States should like start, you know, putting more like force on both countries. Like, yo, if you two don't stop fighting and killing each other, I'm going to impose sanctions on both of you. And if two of you continue, I'm going to strike both of you. Both of you need to shut the hell up and stop fighting and stop pointing the finger at each other and bring peace to the Middle East. Like, what is war ever going to do but cause more problems? Because when you listen to both of them are always pointing the finger. No, they started it. No, they started it. No, we just want peace. No, we just want peace. But then, okay, if both of you want peace, then act like it. Act like it and stop doing war and causing more damage and chaos in the Middle East, you know? So Donald Trump currently is upset with both countries for not following through with the ceasefire, and rightfully so, because I felt like yesterday when he announced that there would be a ceasefire, the whole world, whether you are pro-Israel or you are pro-Iran, but the whole world were happy. They were like, finally, like, thank God, this is what the whole world right now needs. We don't want another war. We don't want things to continue escalating and whatever. So for them to break the ceasefire this morning is crazy. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next. Hopefully they both behave themselves, but obviously I have like zero hope from that. let us see how it goes. And I will be doing more videos. Hopefully I'll post a new video today updating you guys if anything happens. If not, I'll be definitely around tomorrow. So I guess that will be all for today. I hope you guys learned something new. I hope you guys got educated about what is happening in Syria. And I like to maintain like the live video to be 30 minutes long, so that, you know, it doesn't get boring, because sometimes people might click on a live video and see, oh, it's an hour 20 minutes, like, oh, I don't have time. But 30 minutes is like a very good amount to keep people's attention span around. And I would like to end this video by thanking all of you guys for your support throughout all these years. I really appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. You guys have always been very supportive and peace loving people. You guys really want to see peace in the Middle East and in the world. So hopefully by all of us speaking up and sharing and, you know, keeping the fight, we will be able to, you know, achieve this in the near future. And one last thing, if you guys haven't yet checked it out, you guys need to support the hairy beast from the Middle East by visiting my website. I recently, last month, created a website, and in this website, like, you can find a very cool Syrian merch that I am designing personally, guys. By the way, I am the one like designing all the merch. So if you guys can support me to continue doing my videos, to continue growing my page and, you know, evolving more, please make sure to enter my website, which is trekazone.com. And in this website, you can actually find, you can donate through my PayPal. This will help me continue, you know, moving forward with my page and my videos. And then you can also shop, where you can find like the coolest merch. Say this is a merch of like ancient Damascus city. This is like very unique style merch. You can find t-shirts, you can find hoodies, you can find caps, you can find mugs, all very high quality stuff, high quality stuff, worldwide delivery. So I would really, you know, appreciate it if you guys entered my website, got you guys some cool ass Treka merch, or just donated to my page. This will help me continue doing the work I'm doing and continue doing my videos and supporting myself and my family. And that would be all for now, my G's. Love you all. We will keep in touch, and tomorrow I'll be out for another live video. If there's any specific topic you guys would like me to do a video about, feel free to write in the comment section or send me a message on the inbox, and I would respond as quickly as I can. And we're gonna keep up the fight. Peace.